Jesse Groom here with OpenSourceNDT.com, and today we're going to talk about block libraries for isometric piping drawings. These are drawings that you'd typically have for API inspection. You could record thicknesses, any damage you find during the inspection, stuff like that. So today I have a block library that I've built. I've used it in the past. It helps speeds up the process. And this is a free giveaway. You could head over to the site and download this file. But essentially, yeah, you want a valve, grab a valve, drag it in, drop it down, change the rotation. It's very simple. This is made to decrease the time it takes to do a drawing while increasing the consistency from drawing to drawing. So yeah, stay tuned until after the intro and we'll dive into this a little bit more. So this block library is for Autocad. I'm not going to show you how to make these blocks in this video. I'm just going to go over the library itself. But yeah, I'll have a follow-up video talking about how to create some of these blocks. Another note here, this library is not perfect. There's some little weird quirks here and there. It's by no means complete, but I was able to use it. It did what I needed it to do. And at the end of this video, I'll have install instructions for this library. But yeah, so getting right into it, basically you have this tool tab here, and I have it divided into 3 different tabs. I have annotate, equipment, and valve. Pretty self-explanatory. These aren't really well organized, but everything's in there that you should need. Some of these valve symbols might not be valve symbols that you use, but they're somewhat industry standard. And the other thing is there's some, the text is kind of labeled weird. All my names for all the blocks are a little bit weird. But like this is some text that would normally straddle a valve, you know, and everything's nice. So it pops up these little windows. You put these values in, 23-inch valve. Not very standard, and then it has valve number, and you could just keep filling these out and they'll fill in as you fill them in. So yeah, this would be straddled, so this would be the inches over the valve and then valve number and other information. Most of the equipment is modifiable in some degree, so if I put in a storage tank here, I can stretch it and resize it. Most equipment in this palette has some sort of functionality like that. Sometimes they're not always very intuitive, but if you click around you'll find out what does what. There's also a little bit of a weird perspective issue here, so I drew this one kind of in an ISO plane where this is kind of in a straight on plane, but it looks 2D flat. But yeah, it worked for me, so if you want to change it, feel free to change it, make it better, and reshare it back, and I'll upload it, and then other people can use it as well. Everything in here was designed around the CAD drawer to make life easier. If I put in we'll put in a T here, and I need to add a weld, and go ahead and change all my symbols quickly and efficiently. There's lots of ways to modify these. They might be a little bit difficult at first, but you'll get to know their quirks, and by all means, like I said, customize it, change it, make it yours. Another thing to note is some of these are a little bit complex. So if I go get this is a match point, so essentially this would match this to another sheet. You'll see I have compound lines here, leader lines. So yeah, you'll just have to play with that, figure out how that stuff works. but pretty much whatever you want to do, it'll pretty much do that for you. To add this tool palette, go down to your command line, go to Design Center, and you want to navigate over to the block library, and you'll see these 3 drawings here. These are individual drawings. They have all the blocks inside of them. Right click on it and hit Create Tool Palette, and you'll see there it's going to blink like that, and that's adding each individual tool into the palette. Once you do that for all 3, you can come over here to Customize Palette. We'll just make a new one. Right click, New Group. Title a new group. Then you're going to drag those 3 palettes you just brought in underneath your group. So we have Annotate Valve Equipment. And if you come over here and click on your palette and unclick all other palettes, so then there you go. You have your isometric piping palette. But yeah, you should be pretty set up for some isometric drawings. So head over to opensourcendt.com to download this file. There should be a link in the description, and read the article, and there'll be another video on how to add and modify blocks. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.